metropolitan Buffalo alone, over 3,000 puppies, kittens, hamsters, little gerbils were abandoned and left to make it on their own in this big cold city of ours.
Push in, camera 3.
Some of them survived, like maybe a puppy would work his way up to being a junkyard dog, or maybe a little kitty would be spotted for a cat food commercial, but those were the lucky ones. Most of them just bit the dust, as winding up as maybe guitar strings, bicycle ornaments, and those that were used in medical experiments, like the little cocker spaniels who were made to puff cigarettes until their tiny lungs turned yellow.
Camera 2, pull back and give me a shot of the entire cage.
So for their sake, have them spayed or neutered, whichever you prefer.
Whichever you prefer. Does he think it's like picking out a pair of slacks?
30 seconds.
Uh-oh. Woody, tell Bill to stretch for 30.
This has been a public service announcement.
Bill.
So remember, these little guys are just as close as your nearest pound. Come here, little girl. Little boy. Just getting cuter by the minute, aren't you? What's your name? Can't you talk at all? And we're clear. As much as had all the shots.
Love the action, Bill.
It's Carl up there.
Sorry, Bill, he just stepped out.
I'll wait for him in his office.
Oh, damn, how am I going to get my coat?
What's he want now?
Who knows? More guests, fewer guests, taller guests, smarter guests.
Musical guests, that's what we need on the show, Carl. More music. It's obvious to me. It's obvious to my car mechanic. It's obvious to my barber. It's obvious to everybody in Buffalo. Frankly, I'm getting a little scared about the whole thing.
Well, I agree, Bill, but, you know, we had that group on the show last week. You said no more music.
I said?
You said.
It's impossible.
No, you did, Bill. I think there were actually witnesses, if I'm not mistaken.
What, you mean last week? Last week I may have said it. Sure, as a momentary reaction to the stench of those 3 animals you had on there pretending to be musicians. Lord, I never came so close to throwing up in my life. On camera, yeah.
You know, Bill, when you say no more music on the show, and that's final, I tend to take you seriously.
Well, take this seriously. That'll bring in a whole new audience.
Erie County man slaves
Oh, turn it over, fool!
Tommy Alexandria returns to Buffalo. Okay, who's Tommy Alexandria?
Of the Alexandria Brothers.
Oh, the Alexandria Brothers.
Oh, Carl. We're only talking about the most famous tap dancing team in the history of show business. They practically invented the tap shoe.
Oh.
Lord, man, weren't you ever young?
Actually, no.
Didn't you care anything about culture while you're whiling away your time?
Whiling away my time, serving the army, holding on 2 jobs, raising a family.
Oh, whatever. If you had, you certainly would have known who the Alexandria Brothers were. You would have worshipped the ground they tapped on, as I did when I was a youth. Worshipped, Carl. Worshipped.
That reminds me, I was also attending church on a regular basis.
Oh, church were you indeed?
Having a fight?
No.
No, Wendy, come on. Wendy, we're going to book the Alexandria Brothers in the show. You see what you can dig up about them?
She doesn't have to dig up anything about the Alexandria Brothers. Sure, Wendy knows who they are. Right, Wendy?
They make wine?
Wendy.
Oh, here you are. Now maybe I can get home.
Nudell.
Yeah.
I just have 2 words to say to you.
Uh-oh.
Alexandria Brothers.
But if they say I owe them money, they liars.
No, we're talking about the best, the most famous dance team in the history of the universe. And they happen to be your people.
No, my people in the construction trade.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, I was just thinking about going home. Of course, only after we book the Alexandria Brothers.
Carl, you are not listening. You cannot book the Alexandria Brothers. 2 of them are dead.
I envy them.
That's why it is imperative that we book the last remaining one now.
Okay, Bill, you want them. You got them.
Oh, how about a little enthusiasm, Carl? Wendy, enthusiasm. Let me see some pearlies there, honey.
I am enthusiastic about it, Bill. And I sense that Mr. Shub and Nudell are, too.
He's so great. I mean, we just put him on a stage. Let him do just a little soft shoe. I'm telling you, there won't be a dry eye in the house. Now, that's musical. Not those 3 stink bugs you foisted on me last week.
Bill, that's the new music. That's what's current. That is what helps the ratings.
Ratings is what this is all about, Carl. You have any idea how many fans they had down through the years?
Okay, he's booked. I said he's booked.
I'm only saying that youth is not everything. Remember that! Woodsville.
Billsville.
The Alexandria Brothers.
The Alexandria Brothers.
Yes, man. That's it, that's it.
Excuse me.
Jojo, the Alexandria Brothers. The Alexandria Brothers. And when I was 12 years old, I remember all the kids would be out playing baseball, and I'd be back in my room putting a little burnt cork on my face, rehearsing to be an Alexandria brother.
We could have used you in 1952 when Brother Eddie died. There was an open slot, you see.
Yeah, I remember the day Eddie died. That was one of the saddest days of my life. And then, of course, when your brother Harry met his demise in 1969, you had to retire the act. I guess you'd have to say that was the end of an era.
Well, maybe we'll put the Alexanders back together up in heaven.
Tell me real quick, how old are you?
81, July 31st.
81 years old? You believe that? Tommy, I happen to know that you have not danced publicly for at least 15 years.
And not in private either.
Yeah. Now listen, I know you have no idea what's coming right now, but I'm going to try to spring a little something on you. Okay, Tommy? Woody, let's have those shoes out here. How about that? You also got your brother Eddie's shoes, which just happen to fit, of all people, me. How about that? Huh? Now, can you guess what we're getting at here? Huh?
Well, I hope you're not going to ask me to dance.
No. I wouldn't ask you to dance. Alone, anyway.
I don't dance anymore, Bill.
Oh, come on, man. You'd be right alongside the Buffalo Shuffler here. Come on, move. Will you move?
I thank you for the opportunity, Bill, but I couldn't really.
Tommy, come on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Alexandria Brothers never disappointed an audience. I'm talking about 55 years of showbiz tradition. Now, come on, you trooper. Put them on, huh? Let's go. We love you, man. We all love you.
I'll put them on. Maybe do a step or two.
Yeah, or 3 or 4. I bet he could dance all night long.
I can't do anything all night long.
But listen, Tommy, seriously, for a second here, I'd like to dedicate this number to your brothers, Eddie and Harry, if it's okay.
Yeah, wherever they are.
All right, Maestro, let's cue up that theme. All I want to do is dance, all right? This is from my own private collection, Tommy. See if you can recognize the voice on here, all right?
I know that voice anywhere. Funky voice.
Am I close?
Go for more. Back there till you break. Okay. Hands there.
Thank you.
That's about it.
Well, wait, how about the big finish? We've got a big finish coming up here.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm stopping.
Well, now, Tommy, wait. The Alexandrians are always known for their big finishes. Now, come on, Maestro, cue it up where you left it off, okay?
I'm not sure I have any big finishes left in me.
You want to stop?
No.
Huh?
Feel good.
Okay, all right, let's hear it. Yeah, I got chills all over. 81 years old, he's leaving me in the dust. How about that comedy finish there, huh? Listen, we're going to be right back after these words from a pizza to go from Buffalo. They've only got the thickest crust in town, that's all.
And we're clear.
Tommy, you okay? Jojo, get an ambulance.
Good, ladies and gentlemen, stay in your seats, please.
This man has ratted his last tat.
Where the hell is Bill?
No sign of him.
Bill? You haven't seen Bill, have you?
No, don't think it hadn't brightened my day.
I'm a little worried. I can't find him anywhere.
Is the hymn Woody's referring to the same hymn I think he is?
That's the very him.
How much time will air?
5 minutes, Carl.
Anybody seen Bill since the funeral?
Yeah. He left the cemetery without talking to anybody. Anybody visible, that is. He just hopped on his motorcycle and rode off into the sunset.
I've been trying his apartment all morning. The phone is off the hook.
Oh, you already? Well, you know, Bill was pretty upset after the way the vote went at the funeral. I don't think he's ever felt guilt before.
I feel it was improper for everyone to take a vote.
Improper. Woody, the man's eulogy consisted of "it wasn't my fault."
Show me the set.
Does Bill keep any guns in his apartment?
Just a starting pistol he uses to scare children.
Kill bars and toes.
And then to ramble on about how Tommy would probably be better off dead with his 2 brothers. I mean, come on, really?
What about Bill's oven? Gas or electric?
Well, I just installed new natural gas, top and bottom comfort cookers in all the units.
Gas.
And nobody wanted electric.
Eleanor, give me the fire department. I think it may be an emergency.
Bill, sit down here so I can slap some makeup on your face. You don't care, I don't care.
Bill! Hey, everyone. Here's Bill. Hey, Bill, you got a show to do here in just...
In 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
2 minutes and 15 seconds. You got to pull yourself together. Bill, you understand? Bill, it was an accident. You understand it wasn't your fault. You're not to blame.
Carl, that's very kind of you to say that, but I've been thinking it over, and I've come to a decision.
In other words, you're not going on.
Cue up the best of Benninger tape.
Carl, I don't know how you expect me to go down there and do a silly, trivial, meaningless television show when a man died in my arms. Down there, showbiz great. And I killed him.
Bill, in the first place, Tommy expired in Nudell's arms. And in the second place, we have a very important show planned for today. It's not trivial. It's important.
Don't you understand? I can't make it. Just why don't you let Woody host the show? Woody? The man reeks with charisma.
Bill, one day there will be a show for Woody to star in.
Woody's World.
But until that time, I know it'd please Buffalo and myself if you would go out there and actually perform as opposed to breaching your contract.
Breaching my contract?
Breaching your contract.
Okay, Carl. You up your dancing bear to go down there and entertain the people? Fine, that's what I'll do. Come on, Woody.
Give me
I
a
need
shot
a
of the whole
raise.
stage and a shot of the curtain.
Or transfer to another station. In another city.
Hello! Okay, could we get the house lights up? Turn them up. Oh, before I began, I want to apologize to my guests that were supposed to be on the show today. I'm not going to talk to them. Yeah, just why don't you just go on home or find a seat out here or do, whatever you want to do.
This is a disaster.
Last Friday, a man died on the stage right before my very eyes. And as deaths go, I guess it was appropriate. He was a dancer. He died dancing. He had a little smile on his face. But the question that keeps going through my mind is, why did it happen? Why did we let it happen? Well, I came up with the answer to that one. It's for one reason. The almighty rating point. Tommy Alexandria was sacrificed on an altar. And that altar was television.
It's Miller time, folks.
No, don't pull the plug on him, Joanna. He'll blame me.
I'm not going to let him destroy himself out there. Sam, cue up the best of Bidding or tape, and Woody, tell Bill to go to commercial.
Bill, we're going to commercial.
Carl, if you go to a commercial right now, I'm going to come up there so fast, I'm going to warp those bifocals of yours.
See, he's blaming me. I knew he would.
We're going to pay some bills now, Mr. Biddinger.
Now, wait, Jojo, don't let him pressure you.
I'm still calling the shots up here.
Well, don't go to a commercial, baby. Jojo, listen, I can remember when you used to complain about the commercialization of television, the twisted values that put profit above human life.
Carl, what happens if we don't run any commercials?
Okay, the FCC doesn't care. I suppose if we run the show without commercials, we could call it public service, maybe write the whole thing off tax-wise.
No commercials, Bill.
Right.
Tommy Alexandria. You want to know what killed Tommy Alexandria? Woody, don't put the applause sign on at a time like this, okay? You really want to know what killed him?
Yes.
I'll tell you what killed him. This is what killed him. Television cameras, and these television monitors, and the stupid cables, and the little wires, and the advertisers, and the stage crew. Oh, Eddie, come on, get up, act like a man. And you people out there, you people that watch television, you killed him. And I killed him. I'm guilty, too. Because that's what television is. It's the human sacrifice business. I'll tell you something. There's a way to put an end to this nightmare. It's very simple. Stop watching television. I mean it. I mean, how many times have you thought about throwing that idiot box right out the window? Well, just do it next time. I mean, we could start a whole movement right here in Buffalo, New York, that spread all across America. Next thing you'd know, all across the country, there'd be these crackling bonfires. You hear the sound of those stupid wooden cabinets and those stupid popping tubes. And give me that stupid mic. Yeah, you, lady. What's your name?
Marie Williams.
Marie. Marie, what do you think of the state of television in America?
I like a lot of the shows, but they should have never canceled Kojak.
Get out of the studio. Never mind the coat. Get her out of here. You, sir. How about you? What do you think about television in America?
Too many commercials.
Too many commercials. That's close. That's ballpark. How about you, ma'am? You. What's your name? Get up.
Kate.
Come on, get up.
McCarthy.
Kate? Kate, are you going to let little Patrick here just while away his time in front of a television set or enjoy the outdoors and read books?
I'm going to have a baby.
Well, that's obvious. But I mean, after he's born, are you going to let him rot his brains out in front of a television or what?
I'm going to have a baby.
Well, this woman obviously doesn't speak English.
I speak perfect English. I'm going to have a baby right now.
Right now?
Yes. Oh, I think I'm going into labor.
Sit down then. Or stand up. No, lie down. Lie down. That's what
Can we get a glass of water?
Jojo, we need another ambulance.
Is there a doctor? Doctor?
Honey, who let you in here?
Out of the way, here's a glass of water.
Deep breath.
Thank you.
Deep breaths, is that right?
Now, just relax. No. She doesn't need it. Just let her.
Penny, give me a master. Denny, follow him. Eddie, stay with him.
The miracle of life. Who can figure it? I don't know. I used to think I had all the answers. I was so cocky. I thought I was such a big man standing up there center stage, pontificating about television and advertising and ratings. And now a woman is having a baby right behind us here. It makes everything else seem so meaningless. I see so clearly now the irony, the folly of how I could place myself so far above the rest of you. I mean, after all, we're just all mortal. Equals, for that matter. But, yeah, sure. Whatever the plan is. I know it's far too complicated for you to figure out. Even me, for that matter. But I feel somehow renewed. Almost reborn in a certain way. Kate, honey, I can't let you leave without telling you that you've taught us all something here today. You and your little politician.
Oh.
The politician, whatever he is. All right, move her out. Bye-bye. I know what I've learned today. I've learned that once in a while, someone has to tap dance off into oblivion to make room for a newborn baby. It's that doggone wacky cycle of life. And it's not ugly, really. It's a beautiful thing. Although the actual birth can get a little messy and almost nauseating from certain angles, but I think we should all consider ourselves lucky to be present, to witness this miracle today. And don't forget, it was brought to you on television by me and Erie County Chevrolet. So until tomorrow, be good to each other and be good to Buffalo. Ciao.
That was kind of beautiful.
Yeah, only 51 minutes left to kill. Best of Bittinger?
Best of Bittinger.
Mr. B?
Woody, I can't see my face.
Well, I know just how you feel, Mr. B. I can't see my face either, try as I might. Why don't you come over here to the mirror?
My shoes, Woody. I can't see my face in my shoes.
Uh-oh. Faulty polish job on my part. Soon to be rectified. Oh, boss. Mrs. McCarthy would like to say hi.
Mrs. McWho?
Mrs. McCarthy, the woman who had the baby, which she's brought, and which she's named Bill Bittinger McCarthy. Isn't that nice? And it's a boy.
I can't see anybody now, Woody. I've got a show to do in less than an hour and a half.
Okay, I'll tell her maybe after the show.
Woody, listen, I'm not running for public office here. I can't afford to be kissing every baby that comes down the pipe.
Sorry, I just thought this was a special baby, and you made that whole speech on the miracle of life.
That was just for the human race, Woody. I wasn't trying to single anybody out for special treatment.
Good point. Thanks, boss.
Supposed to be worrying about babies, and I don't even have a pair of shoes to wear. Oh, what a life.